one more summit that we have to cross. And then the next episodes get very, very interesting. Hey guys, EndoPlasmite here. We're back with another episode of EndoPlasmite Plays Pokemon LeafGreen. Now the fun situation that's going on is we've got one more set of floors to tackle in the trainer tower. Mixed battle. And that's all I can say on that. So single battle is our first battle. Already off to a roaring start. Goody goody. Is my Starmie really that annoying to fight against? I don't remember my Starmie being that far overpowered with hits. Just saying. Mine's still faster. Really? You use Thunder Wave when you could probably use something that actually does damage as well, like Thunderbolt. What do I know? Kingdra. Interesting pick. There is a point to this. Doesn't seem to have an item that gets rid of the poison, so we're good to go on that. Fun time. I didn't even need to use the poison. I just needed sheer dumb luck. And yes, I am going to heal my team immediately. I would say, let me go through the process of switching out the teams so my Venusaur is in the front line. I have a feeling that's going to be a horrible decision, so I won't do that. Yeah, that would have been a very bad decision. Fighting up against the Psychic type, bad idea. Keep the flinching game going. This should take it out. And Gengar. This will be fun. Your biggest challenger, Flareon, a Gengar. Feels like you're fighting Agatha all over again, isn't it? Even with you hitting a critical hit. Yeah, that would have been very bad to use Venusaur first, so I'm gonna give it a second. Yeah, I mean, it's not as bad of an idea. At least it wouldn't have been taken out. Oh, you're gonna start. You're gonna start with me, aren't you? You're gonna start. You're gonna start. What would make this Jolteon very annoying, even more so, is if it had Rain Dance and the Thunder. You can't hit it, and all of its attacks will permanently hit. That's a good combination. That's not sarcasm either, that's serious. That is a good combination. Yep. But it relies too much on the factor of whether or not you're going to survive the first attack from double team. Porygon 2. I would normally keep it in, but I'm kind of badly poisoned right now, so we'll change gears. Enjoy your sucky ability. Can you stop using Thunder Wave on Starmie? That'd be great. How did you hit that? How did you hit that? That's a 50% accuracy. That's a 50% accuracy shirt. There we go, that's more normal. But in this game, 50% accuracy is not 50% accuracy. It is YOLO, this game's gonna do whatever it wants. That's twice now that you've done that. And I know the moment that I would try to do something similar, it would not work exactly that way at all. No siree, Bob. Alright, so now we're in a double battle. Hey! You two again. And you have different Pokemon this time. I'm gonna do something sneaky. Imagine if I had Starmie out. That would have been dangerous for them. Earthquake and Surf. Unfortunately, I didn't think that far ahead. Either one of these gonna flinch? No. Why'd you hit your ally? There was no thinking on that. Really was no thinking on that. You're an idiot. Plain and simple. You're an idiot. Really. So that's the type of game that it's going to play. See, this whole tower, I got lucky with King's Rock, okay? But other instances of me trying to have certain items, it wouldn't work in my favor like that. Like if I had a Pokemon to hold Focus Band, it wouldn't do that. Let's be honest. Round 5. Double battle. Cat and Kip. This is a really bad combination. Just saying. Quick Claw. You have Quick Claw. There's no way you're that fast. Goodbye, Corsola. See, that would have been an instance for you to use a focus band. Let's try this again, shall we? I should have used Frenzy Plan. Oh well. That's funny. That's very funny. Goodbye. We're actually progressing through this faster than the multi-battle, which is fair though. Well, knockout battle. Oh, great. We're back to the green world, people. Goody. Hello, green world. Bad Pokemon to go up against, just saying. I know you have a lot of defense and special defense. Maybe with the defense could be wrong on that. But this is gonna hurt you more, it's gonna hurt me. Once again, be kind to your web-wooted friends. That's awkward. I'm gonna roll with this a little bit. The held items that I have right now are probably to be the same held items that I'll keep going forward. Citrus Berry? Yeah. Just because the way that these are playing out, the Flareon and the Quick Claw, that makes complete sense. There's no avoiding that, obviously. Venusaur and the leftovers, sure. But given the situation going on with what happened with Doug Trio, and the situation going on... Hi, Tyranitar. This sucks though when I have to try to take you out in one hit. And it might work, and it might not work. Nah, it didn't work. That hurts. That's fire. That's fire. I was trying to say that's fair, and I said that's fire. You're right, that is fire. It's Fire Blast. Took hit from the Sandstorm, and just like that, you got leftovers too? No, you got Salicberry. Missed. Nanny, nanny, boo, boo. You missed me. Neener, neener, neener. Wrong Pokemon, sorry. Sorry. I had to respond to my girlfriend. 2 more fights to go. Oh, this is a pretty normal combo. I can't talk. Don't mind me. This is a pretty normal combo for this type of game. Strange move to hit with, but okay. Are you both okay? You sure you're both okay? You have Thunder Punch, but you didn't choose to use a move that would be super effective, like Fire Punch or Ice Punch. And you use Rock Tomb on a grass type, not a bug type. You sure you're both okay? Oh, that's funny. Oh. Well, that's awkward. That's really awkward. Sliver. Flinched? Not flinched. You're doing it again. Why are you doing it again? Goodbye. There we go. Oh, I just realized it was you two again. So these are all just repeat trainers. Also, I did that because I think it's a knockout. Yeah, it's a knockout. Those could kill, they probably will. These are also repeat trainers. But these are the last set of trainers in the area. We know how well this is gonna go. I'm gonna try to use Surf. It's gonna be super effective, but it's not gonna take it out in one hit. It's gonna leave it sliver of health. Oh. That's different. I hit you with your disco stick. No, rhythm stick. Yeah, it's rhythm stick, not disco stick. I should definitely have to start wrapping things up because I've got plans to do today that don't actually involve internet, at least. And I gotta soon eat. You're right. I've been stopped numerous times in this game. Numerous times in this tower. Hello, Polyrath. You're gonna take 2 hits. That's 1. And that's 2. That's it. Also realized I never actually talked to him, like actually spoke the lines. But it's alright. It's all good. Alright. So now the fun part is, for the next 10 minutes, we gotta chat it up. Here's what I mean by that. There's several events that are going on officially with what happens at this point. And what I mean by that is there are 3 initial final pieces of the puzzles that I need to be actually tackling with this game. Unless someone else has any additional things they would like me to try to do. Case in point, as the example that I gave about trying to go and catch all the unknown for 1 episode. I actually do need one of those items back. Thank you. So, there is a point to what I was trying to explain. Just give me a moment. That works. So, one of the things that has to take place still is I still have to challenge the Elite Four a second time. Like some of the other trainers, they too have also gotten stronger. Something else that I need to do, which is kind of a big given, and what I've been hinting at for some of the things you've been not seeing, is I need to actually go through and catch all the legendaries. But there will be a catch with those legendaries, literally. 11 levels. Yes. So, there's that factor on that. The other factor is a bit more obscure. And it's something that I don't think many people would have guessed until you actually see the title for the next episode. What I mean by that is we're going to be a little bit exploitive for the next episode. There's a Pokemon that I stored away to be raised in a certain daycare near Cerulean. And that's been chilling in there since I put him in there. So, it's about time to actually see how long it... Well, not how long. See how far along the levels progressed. Just from that whole situation. I don't remember what Farfetch'd was when I first put Farfetch'd here. But I'm certain it should be pretty high level. That's not as high as I was thinking it was going to be. 37. There's knockoff. Okay, so quick. Not that. We have an Orient Berry. Where else do I need to go / what do I need to do? Okay, that's where I need to go. It'd help if I hit the right button combination. So we're going to set the groundwork up for what's going to happen for next episode. Me putting Farfetch'd in to get its level up was intentional, but after something that got posted online, I'm going to do a little bit more reasoning for why I actually need a certain Pokemon. As there's something that's called the duplicate item glitch. And I'm gonna try to actually do it. So it says I need at least 6, but for what I want to do, I'd need it, yeah, that much. So that covers that end. So that I'll worry about later. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to do a little bit more grinding behind the scenes. The reason for that is, in order to actually do this duplicate item glitch, I need Mr. Mime to know the ability Recycle. And it's too low of level right now for it to actually learn Recycle. It needs to hit level 33. Plus side, it's a traded Pokemon, so it won't take as long to go through that process. Well, it's going to level up faster than one may assume. But I do have to end this episode on a stronger note, so something else that's got to happen is, as I stated earlier, there is a specific Pokemon that I need to actually obtain here, because it's cheaper to do it here. And then give an item so that way when I transfer it over to Fire Red, it'll be its evolution. As you might be able to figure, the Pokemon in question is going to be Porygon. And that should be enough. I don't need a specific perfected Porygon. I just need one. It'd be funny if it ends up being a shiny. But that chance is also very non-existent. See? But boy, wouldn't that have been hilarious if it turned out it was actually a shiny? I'm not that lucky. Alright, so I'm going to give you the upgrade. And then we'll kind of set things aside from that. So what I'll do in the main process of things is probably fly over to the easiest place to actually get some experience, which is Sevi Island. I know I had to just leave the Sevi Islands to turn around and go back to the Sevi Islands, but that's kind of the point because Farfetch'd and Mr. Mime weren't on 7 Island. Or I should say Mr. Mime wasn't on 7 Island itself. It was on 4 Island. So, even if specifically I wanted to try to do something about it, I couldn't. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and use one of these. Just so I can get myself further enough to the point where I need to go. Now again, I'm not going to go through the process of trying to grind one session. It's not going to be as long of a time frame as it was for the last grinding session at least, so it's not like it's going to be that bad of a situation. But I at least want to do it enough so that way I can get Mr. Mime to level 33, have it learn Recycle, and then I'll spend the entirety of next episode working through the duplicate item glitch process. If the events go correct, there's a specific item that I will be pleased that I am duplicating the item with. It's an item that I have not used quite yet. So, we'll see you guys in the next episode. And after